Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Noemi Oracle Priestess Bear of Victory's channel. And for those of you who already know me, what's up? My goal is to help heal at least one person in the world today. Keep watching. It may just be you.
Hello, hello, hello. So we'll be pulling on the energy for Leo in for the Mars in Leo. Uh, Gemini, it's Gemini season. So happy birthday, Gemini. But in particular, Mars is in Leo right now, and that directly affects the positions, especially the positions of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So I'll be pulling on that energy, and whatever happens the rest of the week, it's just whatever the energy calls for. That's how I do things. So, you're gonna find whatever sign you are, you're gonna find messages in one of these. We all possess all the positions, all the energies. Position number 2, position number 5. And then we have Scorpio position number 8, Aquarius position number 10. And so also those numbers might be of reference to you. You have 2, 5, 8, and 10. And so we're pulling on Leo because of the energy, Mars and Leo. The energy is conducive usually to who you are and what's going on, not so much as when you were born, right? But in your chart, it's going to be dependent upon that. So that's how it becomes relevant. And one of these days, maybe I'll do a video about it. This is energy, not astrology. Okay. I mean, it's not complete astrology. You use a little bit of astrology to pull the energy, but we use the current planetary alignments to pull on that energy. And Mars in Leo, we have Leo is about passion and pride. And then we have Gemini, communication, Taurus, comfort and security, and Scorpio, evolution, and Aquarius gives you a sense of belonging. Sorry about that, I was just too loud. So there could be some interruptions. Do not let that passion, that fire, aggressivity. So let me go ahead and pray for us so that whatever comes out and whatever's channeled, whatever message needs to happen, we're already almost at 3 minutes. Archangel Michael, please protect me, protect us as we channel the energy for Leo, position number 5, in reference to Mars in Leo. Please block any interferences and my own bias. Mother and Father God, Holy Spirit, archangels, those of the highest white light who walk with me every day, thank you for being here. Gnomes. Okay, so as I was saying, Mars in Leo. So Mars is brings the energy of hot-headedness, just extreme passion and love, and just extreme passion in general. So we're going to go ahead and pull on that energy with the energy of Leo and see what we get. All right, here we go. Just need a little bit of clearing. There's some temperance in this energy. That's good, Leo. I'm sure you'll be coming out of that. So let's see. Remember that Mars will be in Leo, or the energy will linger. It began May 20th up until July 10th. So try not to make any solid decisions during this time, but do get out what needs to be whatever needs to get out as far as communication, vocalizing what you want. We are in the energy of also the crescent moon. On June 4th, we have the full moon. But let's see what we have for Leo. Whoa, Gabo and Rhino. Okay, I like it already. And we have that as a dilemma. So we have Gabo. The symbol for Gabo is union. It's associated with generosity. When we interpret this rune, it's about giving and offering, hospitality, generosity, marriage, and sacrifice. Okay, and then we have Rhino, which the symbol for Rhino is the wheel. It's associated with your journey. Okay, when we interpret this rune, it's of communication. Just like we were talking about earlier. And that probably does have a lot to do with the energy of us being in the new moon in Gemini. So that's going to help thrust us forward. Not that position number 5 has any reservations about communicating. The thing is, when it comes to Leo, position number 5, they can often hold back on how they feel and suppress and sacrifice how they feel if it's for, in their minds, the greater good. And so this gift of hospitality, generosity, marriage, and sacrifice becomes a dilemma on your journey, because if you are suppressing and sacrificing and not asking for help, or dependent upon too much of material wealth, and you're not seeking help and advice, you will be doing a dance with going back and forth in cycles. Okay, so you'll be repeating cycles, and this is probably why they have this as a dilemma. So let's see what we have as far as the factor for Leo. Let's see what we have as far as the factor. Source does want to remind you to continue to cleanse and clear your energy. During this ascension process, it seems that, okay. All right, let's see. What is Leo's factor? Leo's factor. Ingwas. So you have Ingwas, and we have its male fertility. But also, I really, in this energy right now, I feel spiritual warfare. So spiritual warfare is a factor. So there's energy that you're needing to develop and use. And so it does feel like you're in the time of being like in hermit mode. Okay? And then you have Hagalas, which makes like this make a lot of sense when you have Hagalas next to spiritual warfare. The symbol for Hagalas is hail, associated with disturbances. But the thing about it is, it's unforeseen forces. Okay, it can be unforeseen forces via storms. So think about the 5 elements: earth, air, fire. Earth, air, fire. My gosh, why do I forget the other one? Well, maybe for Leo, it's earth, air, and fire. That's going to be affected, but earth, air, fire. Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's not coming to me. Earth, air, fire. I mean, I know this. So there could be something that you forget. Like, I literally have to look this up. This is crazy. I know this. Like the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. I mean, the other one is esoteric, okay? But this is absolutely crazy. Watch when I look at it. I'm going to be like, what? Are you kidding me right now? You know what? It probably this also has to do with feminine versus masculine energy. Water. That's what it is. You're not gonna be in your feelings about this. Um, no one is. The energy is not conducive to water. There's not going to be any emotions involved. There's nothing that's going to be going with the flow. That is why I only said earth, fire, and air. Um, because when it comes to dealing with things, it's kind of like a head over heart decision that you will be forced to make. That is exactly what I'm getting. Okay? So, and then we have the esoteric. The esoteric being the 5D, being source. Um, what comes to my mind is the Most High on my side, no weapons can be formed against me. So there is a sense of spiritual warfare, unforeseen forces working on your behalf to clear that path for you. They continue to ask me to clear and cleanse Leo's energy. So passion and pride, a time of passion and pride, and they're saying, yes, be in that energy because your journey is at stake here. All right, let's see. I'm going to continue with rooms. Okay, so let's see what the message is. Interesting. Let's see what the message is for Leo, Mars and Leo. That's a lot. We have Fehu. The symbol for Fehu is livestock. It's associated with food, but when we're talking about this, because you have to understand these are runes, okay? These are rune cards. And when we're talking about livestock, we're talking about abundance. We're talking about a time where land and titles are important, okay? And that feels like this is the underlying energy. And then you have Tiwaz, the god, motivation, god of war, and we already were talking about spiritual warfare, okay? And this needing courage and tenacity in the face of trials. Okay, you have Anzus. Anzus, a symbol for Anzus is the mouth, all right? And that goes along with communication, which is just further confirming, the energy in Gemini right now. But this is dedicated to the unforeseen forces, the communication from unforeseen forces. And we're needing for Leo to be in the energy of wisdom, communication, creation, and in doing it through a creative channel, possibly singing, poetry, also magic, incantation, inherited from the gods. So they're talking about spiritual gifts here. And so being very, very careful about the things that you say. And the things that you do in tandem with, in the end of this cycle, what you would like to see come into fruition. Because remember, I feel like this is reap what you sow energy here, because then we have Iwaz. Yeah, the symbol for Iwaz is horse. We have progression. And it's about change, the journey, the progress, the transition. And so there is going to be a transition, there is going to be a change, and depending on where you are will be your harvest, because we have Jara here. We have harvest. And the symbol for harvest, the symbol for Jara is a year, but it's associated with harvest, with justice. So I feel like in this energy, it's kind of looking back on what you've done, and depending on that, whether you repeat a cycle of something, but also it is marking a time of fertility, rebirth, the finding of the ending of cycles and the beginning of new cycles and the beginning of a positive period. I do feel that heavily in the energy. And so when you put all of these together, it is, to me, reaping what you sow energy. Okay? And so we'll leave that there. And then we'll see what your outcome is. I'm just going to separate these out for you. Okay? Let's see what Leo's outcome is. So, and then I feel like that could be 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5. So the number 5 could definitely be of consequence here. Okay? Let's see what we have for Leo's outcome. What is Leo's outcome? I mean, it's obviously victory or mankind, because this is feels like it's something really, really destiny prone. Stop and smell the roses, they're saying. We have Thursday as the thorn, and we have Bracana. And Bracana is associated with the birch tree. The birch tree, the strength, the beginning, the room of birth, sexuality, and renewal. It is the mother of all rooms and contains the mysteries of creation. And so it does feel like there is a Leo. And look, then comes intuition, water. So there's a hidden source of power, but also there is a like not a secret from yourself, but kind of like there's gonna be a change, there's gonna be a shift, and then all of a sudden you're gonna know exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and then you're not gonna share that with other people. So there's some kind of secret, but it's not like, oh, I'm keeping a secret. It's going to be something for the greater good, and something that marks your growth, but then something that's also associated with communication, passion, and pride. And that is going to be how you mark your new beginning, Leo. So let's see what we have energy you're in as far as the crescent moon energy, or anything that source has that you need to know as far as, just in general, what source wants you to know. Leo, Mars and Leo. Solar plexus involved here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you have. Look at the bigger picture. You have been looking at the bigger picture. And I do feel that you are right on target. Justice is around the corner. And then we also have show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. And then you have expect powerful change during the new moon eclipse, which I don't know if the full moon is going to be in eclipse on June 4th. So let me look that up real quick. So a lot of researching and fiery elements, head over heart's decisions. Let's see what full moon that is on June 4th. I don't really remember. Wow, it's going to be in Sagittarius. Interesting here. Full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture, okay? Make sure you're stopping to look at the bigger picture, all right? So, and that is the strawberry moon. So right there, there's your confirmation. This is the strawberry moon. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon is Sagittarius. So if there's any readings that you want to watch, I would watch some Sagittarius readings, so you can see where the bigger picture is for you. If you're not sure, you can get a personal reading if you need, but you are needing to show the world the real you. Remember that, and this says in a full moon in Aquarius, you could have started that already, or they're just pointing out that you will have a sense of belonging. Because remember, the signs that I brought up that are a part of, that are a very strong part of Mars and Leo are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Okay? And so when you show the world who you really are, you're going to feel a sense of belonging and expect powerful change. It could have been during the last new moon eclipse. It could have been, any time. But expect powerful change from that energy. And then also, then you have the full moon in Sagittarius, which is coming up on June 4th. How wonderful. Look at this. So yes, in the near future, whatever it is that you want, that you've been wishing for, my attention was drawn to this in the last reading. We got yes. And it feels like you could be wishing for marriage. You could be wishing for something really coming your way. You feeling like, you see how she has like the earth in one hand and then she has like this big ball of fire in the other. Okay, so, and then she has a direct connection to source. So your abilities could be heightening during this time. You could be just, having a sense of balance with your pride and passion. Okay. Let's see. So make sure that you wait before you make a decision, and there will be success. Okay. And remember, it's all up to you. And you're needing to take action on something, but they're telling you to wait. And you're going to know. So like temperance. Remember, the temperance was in here. All right. And then it says no. There's a lot of people you're going to have to say no to. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to say no to. So you're going to have to choose a new direction. And it says no. Whatever direction. And you're going to, so I feel like at the last minute, you're going to have to choose a new direction. Yeah, and it comes to being big, happy changes. And abundance will be yours. Wow. Look at that. All right, what is your last message? Source for Leo. You got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. So, there's some kind of a dilemma there. No need to worry. Get more information. Okay? So, that's interesting because that song came up. Don't worry. Wait. And then you'll know what to do. Just make sure you get more information. Let go of any expectations you may have. And just go with the flow at a certain point, okay? And there's also going to have to be some forgiveness coming up, and that's really interesting because in Gemini's reading, forgiveness came up by one of the people that were commenting. Look for a sign the situation will improve. Will improve. Okay. All right, I'm going to take these up. So look for a sign. And then what do we close out with, Source? Because I need something to close out with. I feel like the energy just needs like something to close out with. another card set. Okay. Let's take this up. And I really want to draw attention to unforeseen forces and spiritual warfare. Okay. Let's see. Make sure that the decision that you're trying to make is rooted in self-love. I get that real heavy. Okay. You may have to go solo. That's going to mean something to somebody. Leo. Mars and Leo. Leo, Mars and Leo. I feel like this is twin flame. Oh, Gemini guy, all of these. I'm not kidding you. You gotta go watch the Gemini reading. And there it is. Cherish, trust, bond, grows over time, and then you go twin flame. Or high level soulmate. I always say that. But I mean, 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So if you are waiting on your twin flame, it's saying unforeseen forces and spiritual warfare. Okay, and then you have the twin flame card, the synchronicities. So have an admiration for yourself. You'll be communicating with your twin flame, or have been. You could be in not physically separated. So if you're confused, follow the synchronicities. Okay, there's an attraction, there's learning. It feels like two separate situations, but you and your twin flame are coming into union. Now, union doesn't always mean that you will be together. Union is the uniting of the souls, of alignment to help other people ascend. You may end up with them, you may not, but it could be a time of just learning. So you're going to have to let go of the outcome. There's attraction, receptiveness, emotions, but this feels like another soulmate. Okay, so you could be dealing with two people. You don't know what decision to make, and you're going to be making that decision at the last moment. Okay, and that's just what I feel. And you could be tied to Gemini somehow. And I mean, there are rings on this card. I believe Gemini did get the marriage card twice. So you may want to go watch that if you are tied to Gemini. But remember, if you're not even tied to Gemini, Gemini is tied to this reading because we are in Gemini energy. Yeah, it's an intense connection. So, look. Soul, sorry, I almost dropped them. Soul clarity, you have clarity, it's intense, you have clarity. Okay, so but you get clarity at the last minute after some time of confusion. Yeah, so you get it. So trust in the relationship that you have, and it will all come into fruition. So this feels like another situation where there's attraction and there's a heighten of emotions and receptivity with this person. But, you may have to wait for this person or this person. You have to discern, because it says divine soul counterparts attraction transcends superficiality. So maybe the way that you make that head over heart decision is saying, man, this person is pretty superficial. Okay. So if that person is pretty superficial, maybe that'll help you. But please, please make your own decision. Remember that you have free will. And you have to make your own decisions for yourself. They just want me to let you know, in your new beginning, which could have already started or will start on June 4th, a brand new beginning. And Leo has had a couple, okay? But you're having another one because you're like, oh, I already have my new beginning. No, actually, there's some more. There's another ascension for you, okay? So you have spiritual warfare and hail, unforeseen forces, okay, Leo? So take your passion and pride that comes with your position number 5. Remember the numbers 2, 5, 8, and 10. And also, no decisions, no solid decision making until after July 10, unless source has indicated otherwise. Okay, well, I hope I helped heal at least one person in the world today. And Leo, I sure hope it was you. Be well. Bye.